All right, good morning to you. Good to have you on Q13 Fox News this morning. It is 8:51. It is time for What's Trending with Travis, and we bring in Dr. Gregory Jantz. We have a lot to talk about this morning, and I know a lot of people felt the way I did, you did, when we heard about the news yesterday about what happened in Roseburg. Not again. And whether we are personally impacted by a tragedy like yesterday's or not, one place many of us turn to share our emotion is social media. And Travis is here to walk us through some of the outpouring that we're seeing this morning.
Yeah, one of the things is images. So I wanted to just share some of the still images folks are sharing on Facebook as we sort of talk about this conversation. We're seeing a lot of this. This is from the vigil last night in Roseburg. These are faces. These are the survivors. These are the people. These are the heroes. The people who will put that community back together, which is what I wanted to ask you, Dr. Jantz, about. I mean, yes. I sort of see two themes when I look at Facebook and Twitter this morning, and one is this, the hope, and then I see the what can we do side of the conversation, and both seem to be very strong, and it's an interesting reaction, I think.
It is, and we need time, Travis, to process the trauma and to go through that, but we've got a decision to make later. We're going to come together as a stronger community than ever before. We need to focus on the heroes and the lives of those that made a huge difference. So we need to turn this tide.
And I think, to that point, one of the common themes that we are seeing online is this strong feeling that we should not be naming this shooter.
Yes.
And you say this could be a real starting point in some sort of a cultural shift.
Right. So many times these individuals want to be famous, and so if we can eliminate from here on out, we don't talk about who this person was, we don't give their name, we're not going to give that the attention. That will be dealt with, but we're not going to make that the limelight.
See, I remember back at the Virginia Tech shooting, as horrible as that was, we spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to pronounce that idiot's name. And I remember now to this day, but I don't want to talk about it because he is not the story.
So, and of course, we all can think about the names, but what we want to do now is not make that our point of focus.
Yeah.
I also, speaking of sort of names, I was born in Roseburg. My parents met there. I feel it's sort of this very personal connection to this community. And it made me think, when we say the word Columbine, the first thing that comes to mind is shooting. And then I think high school, beautiful Rocky Mountains. When I say Newtown, I think horrible tragedy at elementary school, not flowers and awesomeness that kindergarten and things. How does that community prevent Roseburg from becoming synonymous with mass shooting? And what does that do to a community?
Okay, well, one of the things is we have a choice. It's either going to bring the community together and it's going to be a tighter community than ever before, or we're going to allow this to create division. We're going to start moving along blame and what should we have done. If we keep focusing on that negative, we won't come together like we really need to. And we need to go back to Roseburg is a beautiful place. There's great people. That's where the focus has to be. And they can do this.
Do you think collectively we could use social media to have an actual legitimate national conversation that might actually go somewhere?
And I think we need to do that. Absolutely.
And what about the other side of this, though? I mean, there's something very disturbing about the way this person was going on social media, talking about how he didn't fit in, talking how he was disenfranchised, girls didn't like him. He was getting more and more angry. He was spiraling out of control. And there were people online that were telling this guy to act out and do something horrible.
Right.
I mean, what does that say about our society and about this sick person?
Exactly. Well, it also gave us all the warning signs that we needed. They were there. And that should have been an alert immediately.
I guess we have to see these things. We have to be the one who raises the flag and says, I am worried about my friend. I'm worried about my coworker. I'm worried about this random person I saw on the internet. You need to call the police, call a teacher, tell a parent, tell someone.
Travis, we always err on the side of safety. So speak up.
Yeah, good message. Gentlemen, thank you so much.